Welcome back again to my virtual class. This time I have made this video with some additional trigonometric formula. We have mentioned some of the formula in the previous video, but in this video I have added some more formula that we need in trigonometry. If you have missed the previous video, please have a look on that. Okay, let's move to the formula. So here you can see 4 different formula mentioned, and in these 4 different formula we don't study any derivation. We directly need to learn this formula, but there is some of the trick that you should know to remember this formula stably in your mind. So let me read out the formula first. In formula number 1, we have sine A plus B is equals to sine A into cos B plus cos A into sine B. Similarly, there is a next formula, sine A minus B is equals to sine A into cos B minus cos A into sine B. In the third one, we have cos A plus B is equals to cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B. Similarly, in formula number 4, we have cos A minus B is equals to cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B. So you better remember this formula directly, but there are some of the hints that you should keep in mind in remembering this formula. Like first of all, I will discuss with the sign. So here you can see plus sign. So whenever you are taking the sin A plus B, at that time whatever the plus or minus sign we have in between the angles, the same sign we will write on the right side. Similarly, you can see minus sign in between the angles in formula number 2, and we have written the same here. But in formula number 3 and 4, the sign are just the opposite. If it is plus here, then you will write minus. If it is minus, then you will write plus. So that means whenever you are taking trigonometric sign, at that time the mathematical plus or minus, whatever you have inside the bracket, you will be writing the same. But when you are taking trigonometric cos, then you will be writing just the opposite sign than whatever you have inside the bracket. Like if it is minus, then you will be writing plus with the angle of cos on the right side. Now there is another hint that you should know, that if you are remembering the formula for sine, then both sine and cos will be included in both of the parts on the right side, both of the terms on the right side. Like you can see sine as well as cos on the first part. Similarly, cos as well as sine on the second part. But there is one change, that is the exchange of the angles. Here we can see angle A with sine, but here on the next part, angle A is with cos. Similarly is for B, angle B. The same thing goes with question number, formula number 2. But in formula number 3 and 4, if you observe carefully, then on the right side, on the first part, you will be writing both of the factors cos. and on the second part both should be sine. Similar is the case for formula number 4. So both cos on the first part and both sine on the second part if you are calculating the angle for cos, and that is just the different one than for sine. Now let's move to the next part, next group. So in second group we have sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. This is the first formula, and on the right side it should have 2 sine A into cos B. So let me show you how this comes. So you can see here sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. Sine A plus B has the formula sine A into cos B plus cos A into sine B that you have seen in the first group in the previous slide. Again, sine A minus B will have sine A into cos B minus cos A into sine B. So whenever you have two same numbers with opposite sign, you will cancel that. Here cos A into sine B, it's same but with opposite sign, so we are cancelling them out, and then what remains? Sine A into cos B and again sine A into cos B. So finally we'll get 2 sine A into cos B. Similarly, we'll go with formula number 2 here. You can see sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. This is the formula for sine A plus B. I have multiplied the formula of sine A minus B with minus sign since it is common. That's why we get minus sine A into cos B plus cos A into sine B. And again, in the same way that we have done in formula number 1, we'll cancel these two out. What remains? Cos A into sine B, cos A into sine B, and finally that will be 2 cos A into sine B. And similarly we go with formula number 3. We have formula of cos A plus B as cos A into cos B minus sine A into sine B. Formula of cos A minus B is cos A into cos B plus sine A into sine B. These two are similar with the opposite sign, and these are the remainings, cos A into cos B plus cos A into cos B, and finally we'll get 2 cos A into cos B. And in formula number 4 also, cos A minus B has the formula cos A into cos B plus sine into sine B. Minus sign is common, that's why we'll multiply the formula of cos A plus B with minus sign, and we'll get minus cos A into cos B plus sine A into sine B. This and this will get cancelled. Finally, there remains sine A into sine B twice, and finally we have 2 sine A into sine B. So let's move to the third group, a very important formula. You can say sine C plus sine D is equal to 2 sine C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. So in the first 3 part, that means sine C plus sine D, sine C minus sine D, and cos C plus cos D, you will get the similar angles on the first part, that is C plus D by 2, and again the similar angle on the second part also, that is C minus D by 2. But here in the fourth formula, you will see the first part C plus D by 2, that is same as above 3, but here it should be D minus C. So that I have mistakenly typed. It should be D minus C. So that means this is the different form of angle that we see on the second part of cos C minus cos D. Now there is one more trick that you should know. Okay, for that I have something for you. Like in the previous group, in group 2, you have studied that sine A plus B plus sine A minus B is equal to 2 sine A into sine B. Here we won't consider these angles. We won't consider A plus B, A minus B, this A and this B. Simply we look upon the trigonometric ratio. That is, whenever there is sine and plus and again sine, then there should be 2 sine cos. So you can see the same here, sine plus sine, same as this first part, and again 2 sine and cos, that is same as the second part. Okay, that is similar case with formula number 2 also. You can see here sine minus and sine. So we can see sine minus and sine, and what should be on the right side? That is 2 cos and sine. You can see here 2 cos and sine. Again in the third case also same, cos plus cos, that is cos plus cos is equals to 2 cos and again cos, 2 cos and cos. And in the fourth part, if it is cos minus and cos, that is cos minus and cos, on the right side it should be 2 sine and sine. You can see the same here, 2 sine and that means if you carefully learn formula from group 2, then you have a big hint in writing the left hand side and right hand side in group 3 formula also. So better you first of all remember carefully the formula from group 1 that is linked with group 2, and again group 2 and that is linked with group 3. So this much is some of the formula that I have taken today, and I hope you understood how to remember the formula. Simply I have focused on remembering the formula with some hints here, but finally you have to practice more questions from your book so that you can have the formula in your mind for a stable period of time. So thank you very much for enjoying the video, and there are more on the way.